Good morning, members. It is Ms.Mylesha. I'm coming to you guys on May 13th. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make fruit bowls. You can make these for breakfast in the morning. Fruit is very good for you in the morning. It helps give you energy. So I'm just going to show you guys a really brief video on how to do a fruit bowl and how I do my own fruit bowls in the morning. So you are going to need Tupperware, or you can just find a bowl, something that you can store it in. I normally do my fruit bowls and set them in the refrigerator, and I either have them the next day or just later on. So that's where the lemon juice comes in at. So if you get a fresh lemon and you squeeze it on your fruit, it's gonna keep your fruit longer lasting, basically. Now, if your parents don't have a fresh lemon juice would be good just to sprinkle on top too once you get done. But always start by rinsing off your fruit in the sink, because you don't know who's touched it. And for a small fruit bowl, I just normally do strawberries and bananas. Those are my favorite fruit. And you always want to wash it off because you are going to have your hands on it, and you want to make sure that you're not going to be contaminating different germs onto the fruit that you're going to be putting in your mouth eventually. For my fruit bowl today, I'm going to just be using 1 banana, about 5 strawberries, and some fresh lemon. So we got all of our fruit already rinsed off. Butter knife is what you're gonna need for this. I'm gonna say that you are always going to have to ask your parents, even a butter knife, if it's all right for you to use in the kitchen, or if you ask your parent just to stand over you and watch what you're doing in the kitchen too. That way you can make sure you're doing everything correctly and you don't take a chance at hurting yourself. Now, even though a butter knife is dull and it is meant to be a safer alternative for kids, it still can be an unsafe item. So always ask your parents if you're going to use one. And we're just going to cut the little ends off of the strawberries. You just want to get rid of the leaves. You don't have to cut too deep into the strawberry because you don't want to lose that extra fruit that you could have. Now, a good way to tell if a strawberry is going to be really juicy is to just look at the color. So if we can compare this color to this one, let's see if you can get a good view at it. You see, one is a way darker than the other, so you get more of like a pink color here and orange, and this one has more of a red color. These are going to be your more juicy strawberries. So if you're ever picking them out of the batch, trying to look for the juicy ones, always go for the darker ones. They're going to give you more flavor. And we're going to cut it in half one time, and we're going to cut it in half again. So we're going to make 4 cuts of the strawberries, and they should look a little like this if you do 4 cuts. I'm going to drop it right into the bowl. Now, I do have a really thin, clear cutting board. Always try to cut on a cutting board. Don't use your counter to cut, kids. There's so many germs that's on the counter. Always wipe down your counters, even if you're putting a cutting board on top. You just take a chance at spreading germs, and right now, the way germs are set up, you want to be really safe. You don't want to contaminate any of your food. Now this was a big one, so we had to cut it a bunch of times for this strawberry. Now the next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and get rid of these strawberries and toss them. Have a bag to the side. And then we got a banana coming up. So, ouch. I'm going to peel our banana. First thing I do with the banana is I always pop the ends off. Now, if I was to be eating a banana, probably would just bite it off, but when I cut them and chop them up, I always clean them a little different. These little strings I hate. I think they're so gross. Try to get those out of here. All right, we're just gonna cut it up to small little pieces. So, when you're cutting with the butter knife, to always protect your hands, you're always gonna have the opposite hand holding whatever you are cutting. So if you're left-handed, you're gonna hold your food with your right. If you're right-handed, you're gonna hold whatever you're cutting with your left. Lastly, we got a lemon. So the point of the lemon is to keep your fruit fresh and keep it from browning. So, you know, when you see those apples and they start turning brown, they look a little nasty. It's normally because the air oxygen has gotten to it and it's starting to change the color. So what the acidity in lemon does is help control that browning from happening, and it'll keep your fruit fresh a little longer. Now, if you do put it in a Tupperware container and chop it up too, that will also keep your fruit fresh. So you getting some fresh squeezed lemon juice and also doing the Tupperware, it's gonna come in handy. So we're gonna cut a whole lemon in half. We have our strawberries chopped up in there, and we're going to just squeeze a little bit of fresh lemon juice on there and toss it. And we're gonna set it to the side, then we're gonna go ahead and put our bananas right on top. Got the bananas in there. Next thing we'll do is we can use that same one because we have a whole bunch still left in there. And we'll put that fresh lemon juice on top. And we'll toss it again. Last but not least, if you are going to be storing it, you just need a lid for your Tupperware, and that's it. So you got a fruit bowl. I would say if you're gonna make them early, I wouldn't leave them in the refrigerator any more than like 2 or 3 days. Fruit gets a little soggy. Regardless, the Tupperware is gonna help it stay fresh for a little while, but always eat it as soon as possible. It's always gonna be great to just go ahead and eat it when you get up for breakfast. If you're looking for a healthier alternative, fruit is naturally gonna give you energy if you have a lot to do throughout the day. For kids, like when you're going to school, eating that fresh fruit in the morning would be great to help you get through the day. You don't have to worry about crashing later. And that's about it. Now, do not forget that the Boys and Girls Club is doing bag lunches Monday through Friday. These bag lunches are going to be available from 12 to 1:30, and that's Monday through Friday. That is for members and their families as well. And they're also going to be doing dinner as well. Now, dinner is going to be Monday through Saturday, and that'll be open from 4 to 5:30. So you can just go up to the Boys and Girls Club of Southern Illinois, and you will request for a lunch or request for a dinner, and they will take care of you. Our staff is doing their best to ensure that your kids are still being fed and you guys still have the resources that you might need while this COVID is going on. And thank you for joining us today.